4 and now I'm 218 and it feels good. So I feel good. I feel comfortable with the weight I added on, and I'm just ready to see how it feels. I feel more powerful. I run more heavier downfield. So
it seemed like yesterday's scrimmage was you didn't play, but there was probably out of 93 snaps, a bunch of them were pass plays. Do you see more of a mix of the run and the pass with this offense this year?
I see more of both, whichever's working, Of course, we want to get passing as well as running. We got good quarterbacks and good receivers as well as running backs. So whichever is what our offensive coordinator wants to run and feel like it's working versus a team is what we'll probably do predominantly.
Do you have any personal goals as far as trying to beat the 1,026 yards you got last year as a freshman?
Well, that'll always be a goal in the back of my mind, but that's not something I would put first. Coming into each game, I'll put first, trying to do whatever it takes for that game to get us a win. But ultimately, season-wise, of course, everyone would want to beat out what they did last year.
Well, you start with Auburn. You like the chance to go up against the runner-up in the national championship game as the first game of the season?
I like our chances. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. August 30th. Our whole team has been preparing for this since the season ended last season. So we're just ready. We've been preparing ourselves, and we're just ready August 30th.
Alex, this offensive line has grown, and it's the second largest in the SEC. With the backfield that you guys have, you got to feel good about that.
It feels good because our offensive linemen do a good job of opening up holes for us because, that's their job, man. They've been preparing. They've been in the weight room, and it feels good running behind those guys, like Denver Kirkland, he's a good guy, and he works really hard at opening up the holes in it, and they just leave us the lanes that we need to get positive yards, so we appreciate them for that.
And he's also, Josh, you might want to shoot Denver there because he's sitting right next to him. So I guess Alex felt like he had to say something.
It feels good, having one of my guys sitting right next to me in the locker room.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
You haven't moved since I saw you at the stage last year. No, you can move. You haven't moved since I interviewed you in this spot, right? You were right here at the same spot.
Yes, sir.
You guys still friends?
Good friends.
Okay. What? Let's hear about the offensive line this year. What's different about it?
We're bigger, better, stronger, faster, more smarter.
Now you were pushed right in there in the 5th game of the season as a starter, as a freshman. How much more do you feel like you know since that Texas A&M game?
Well, I know more than last year. I'm better than last year. More faster, more bigger than last year.
Is there one area that the line is still better in? Are y'all better at run blocking or pass blocking, or have you been able to kind of mix them up pretty well?
Well, we're going pro style, so it's both. We try our best to open up the holes for those guys, the running backs that we have, great running backs. And pass, pass blocking our scheme, sections.
Can you share with us, or do you want to keep it a secret, how much Coach Herbert's been able to turn some of your body into less pounds, I guess, and more muscle? How much have you lost since you arrived last year?
Since I arrived, I lost probably about 22 pounds. Feel better. Feel lighter. Heavy? Were you bigger?
What was a typical summer day with Coach Herbert and during this off season? What was a typical day with Coach Herbert in the off season?
Every day, mostly every day. He just know what he's doing up there, man. And I just follow what he's going, whatever he got us doing. Just follow and be key.
How much does size factor into the effectiveness of an offensive line? You guys have to be big, but how much of that weight really goes into the push?
Really, like, you gotta, like, you can't be too heavy. You just gotta be heavy a weight that you can play at. You can't be too heavy, but you can be heavy for the weight you got to play at. And you got you feel me, like you got to be a weight that you can play at, and it matters about how physical you are, and how it don't matter how strong you are, like you feel me, like in the weight room or whatever. You just got to be more physical than most of the guys that you're facing.
Have you guys had a chance to go home much since you arrived here last summer? I mean, you're 1,500 miles away or something like that to Fayetteville. Have you had a chance to get home with folks?
Yeah, I got home this year probably about 6 times, like throughout the whole year. I got home 6 times. I enjoyed my little break down there at home. It's just mainly work, so home really don't matter.
I mean, did you find any moments where you might have been homesick, or have you just kind of locked yourself into loving it here?
I've been homesick last year during camp, like around this time. Like I think it was my 3rd tour day. That's when things was getting rough. I had to fight through it. And I talked to my mom mostly every night before I was to sleep. So she comforted me, and Coach Pittman and Coach Randy Shannon comforted me, on how overcoming being homesick. It was good.
So Coach was telling us, Coach Beeline was saying you really love it up here. Now, I mean, have you really adopted Fayetteville, and you do love it up here?
Well, Miami where I'm from, but Fayetteville adopted me, so I just gotta face the fact. This is my home.
Thanks a lot.